About 7 years ago, the Lafayette River had pretty poor water quality. We worked with about 150 stakeholders to develop a plan. A key element was to restore oysters back to the Lafayette. We started working with the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and started slowly but surely rebuilding reefs in the Lafayette in areas where we historically thought they were found.
We recognize oysters as living water treatment plants that are essential to cleaning up water and providing essential habitat for so many other species that are important.
For us, it was key to get homeowners involved.
I've lived on this property 71 years. They stopped oystering a lot before I was born.
This reef that was right off of Mr. Rosso's property, within a year and a half, we have the correct density, 2 age classes, and then biomass. So this is an example of a successful reef and how it's actually helping to populate the rest of the river. We always have homeowners asking, what can I do? You guys are doing these large projects, but what can I do?
Especially now with the reef here, I have pretty much up close and personal with all the egrets and the herons that come and feed. You can see now how visible the shells are out of the water. I've seen a significant change, the shoreline with the oysters growing.
Homeowners can do projects like this or smaller projects in their backyard. In general, it really helps the homeowner and they don't have to carry the burden of the cost. We can be there to help them install it and also at the same time pay for it with them. Norfolk has the second largest population per capita outside of New Orleans that will be impacted by sea level rise in the United States. And that is due to both sea level rise and our land subsiding. We're going to see significant amounts of reoccurring flooding and also storm-driven flooding. These reefs can migrate upwards. In a big storm, we would have a lot of waves hitting right where we're standing. But this reef allows the waves to be knocked down sooner and reduce the amount of erosion on this piece of property.
We have been working in partnership with the Elizabeth River Project in this river for many years now. They've been very involved in identifying some of the prime areas for habitat restoration where we knew projects would be set up for the best success possible.
The red color hatches, that's where hard substrate, rock and shell will be placed at 12 inches. Between those gaps, the oyster reef balls will get placed. The oysters will grow between the two, what are called stripes, the salmon colored area eventually, it'll become one large reef.
Where we come in is putting the living resource on top. Shells come from a statewide shell recycling effort. We take all those shells, put them into large tanks, add oyster larvae, which permanently attach to the shells, so you have that instant population of oysters providing all those crucial ecological functions.
The Lafayette is, we're hoping, slated to be the first tributary in Virginia to meet the Chesapeake Bay program goals. I have 2 young sons, and I hope that when they're my age, that the water is even better and there's reefs throughout. Doing work on the river in which you live is very rewarding, especially when you see the great results which we're seeing here on the Lafayette.